Alright, what's going on, traders? Hope everyone is having a good morning so far. So, looking at the gap scanners this morning, you do have a play at the moment here on ONCS here. Now, looking at ONCS here, the stock was halted on news. The news was announced that ONCS announces a $30 million USD strategic investment at a premium to buy China Grand Pharmaceuticals and Healthcare Holdings. So we did have a headline there on ONCS that they did drop there at 9 a.m. on the play here. So now looking at the stock here on ONCS, we had a huge gap up here. We gapped all the way up here to 275 at the highs. But as you could see here, we did put in two upper shadows here. Followed by a pullback. Then on the spike on up here, we did reject this 250 line on ONCS right here, and currently we're trading at this 217 area. We'll see if we can hold this $2 line. It did map that $2 line in there on ONCS. Looking at the statistics here, Yahoo has this at about 7 million in float, so it is under 10 million. We like to trade stocks, well, at least I like to trade stocks below 10 million in float. The lower the float, the better. Personally, my favorites between 1 to 3 million. I like trading low float stocks here. Looking at the institutional ownership here, kind of small, 6%, and the amount of insiders held there is 18%. I know they do have just about to get into that. Jason, they did have filed an S3 2 months ago. And we have been seeing a lot of intraday offerings lately, so just be cautious. They did have that big S3 filed, and we do also have some warrants overhead on the play here on ONCS. Right around that 345 area. I did post it in chat that he could exercise some warrants ahead, so just be aware of that. And just remember, the overall market conditions we're in right now is pretty poor. It's a slow market right now. For small caps, we haven't seen any breakouts, we haven't seen any follow through, so still got to be cautious in this market until it starts to heat on up, especially over on the long side of things. So just keep that in mind. And guys, just give me 1 second. I apologize. All right, I'm back. Captured. Your first time listening to the stream. Welcome. All right. So let's get back into things here. ONCS here. Slowly curling back on up. We'll see. This is going to be our main watch today. This is where all the eyes are on this morning. You can see across the board, BBBY here. A little bit different. Not your typical, not even a small cap. $1 billion in the market cap. $11 stock. This one's going to trade much thicker. So this is not my niche trade, on BBBY. But that one does have some good volume with a nice gap up there. Well, you can see besides ONCS, not much across the board here. MITO here had a little pop, but lighter in the volume on MITO. We also do have FTNW. FTNW is currently halted. This one is also currently halted. A little bit cheaper, 45 cents. But this is a 4 million in float stock per Yahoo Finance, so we could give this one a look after the unhalt. But looking at ONCS here, do want to show you guys something really cool. If you guys have Thinkorswim, this is a really cool feature. I was talking to another trader, and he does make custom scripts. So he makes custom indicators, and I thought this thing was really cool. I've been playing around with it, all morning. I'm gonna show you guys this. Uh, he makes multiple scripts, but this is one I wanted to show you guys today. You can see here on ONCS, look at the top here. It's going to give you all the statistics here. So you can see, every time it's gapped up above 20%. And this goes up to 3 years. I'm on a 2-year time frame right here. So every time it gaps up 20% or more, has the average spike of 6%. The close below open, so is 100%. So each time this thing gaps above 20%, 100% of the time it closed below the open. And you can see here it has some more statistics. And look at that, the average low from the open is 17%. So, it does come down, an average of 17%, when it does close below the open. And it shows you the average rain, previous high, and the previous volume. So this is really cool. Stuff like this, this would take you a long time to, go through this, each morning, calculating the average spike, calculating how much it gapped up, how many times it closed below the open. So this is really cool stuff here. If you guys are interested in this, you could DM me and I could get you guys a discount. If you guys are interested, this is only for TOS. So if you guys are interested, let me know. And you could look for any stocks. So NCTY, NCTY, one of the biggest terrors. Look at this. Gaps above 20% 7 times, average spike 5%, close below the open 100% of the time. So you can see this is a big time fader. And look at the fades it's gone on too when it closes below the open. This is something really cool. I just want to show you guys, this feature that this trader has made on Thinkorswim. If you guys are interested, you guys could DM me and I could get you a discount if you're interested in getting that custom script or any custom script he could make. So really cool feature there. I just want to show you guys that real quick. Yeah, he codes. He's a custom coder, and it's incredible the stuff he's done. I'm also working with him too to get some more other scripts. So that's some really advanced stuff right there. It's really advanced stuff, and I think it's extremely useful for traders. So yeah, if you guys are interested, just shoot me a DM and I can get you a discount. Get you guys a discount for those scripts. He also made me a custom. You guys know I like to use my indicators. So he made me a custom. Let me show you guys this real quick. Give me 1 second. So yeah, he made me a custom script here for my lines I like to use, my indicators. So he made a custom little script there. So pretty cool. See not much action here, but another play, I don't know, like the SPY, you can see maybe a custom script here. So I think this is really cool, for TOS. So just want to show you guys that real quick. Yeah, right, Casper. You could evaluate every former runner, all the statistics on it. It's sweet. It's awesome. I love it. Really cool stuff there. Really cool stuff there. He's making. But all right. So ONCS. Right now, guys, I don't have a strong bias on us at the moment. I'm still being very cautious. Especially with this market right now. It's not a micro float either. It's 7 million. It's still a low float, but not a micro float. So I'm still going to be cautious on this one. No strong bias at the moment on ONCS. Looking at the volume here, you can see each pop's kind of being sold into. You can see, this pop here, heavy selling. Tried to pop on up again, met with heavy selling. You see the red volume bars, a lot bigger there than the buying volume right now on ONCS. So you still got to be cautious. I'm gonna wait to the open. And you guys don't know I don't like buying at the open, so I'm gonna give it 5-10 minutes. Let some more chart develop. Watch the tape, and then I could go from there on ONCS. Other than that, let's get into some other plays. NAT. I did have a trade in this. And I did alert this to you guys over in Discord. So I did have a power hour trade yesterday on NAT. I did take a long. This is a great setup. You can see, forming this ascending triangle pattern. Putting in higher lows. Got in here right around this 370 area, and I rode it up all the way to $4 on NAT. So I did have a play. So if you guys aren't in the Discord, make sure you guys are over there. If I do enter anything else off stream, I'll always give you guys a heads up. So this was a nice play yesterday, Power Hour, and it's just been an absolute beast the past few days. Giving shorts a lot of trouble here. Each day you guys could see it's closing strong. I showed you guys this the other day. I'll show you guys again one more time. You could see each day close strong, continuation the next day, close strong, continuation the next day, close strong, and we'll see again. If we continue again today on NAT. Like I said, longing after day one is extremely risky. I like longing on day ones. So each day this thing continues to goes on up. The tougher it is going to be on the longer side. So we'll see what happens today on NAT. Yesterday we saw that weak open it got, had a nice bounce, made a red to green move. So we could see if 350 is going to hold again. So right now I'd say watch again for a weak open $3 at 350, see how it reacts. You guys can see yesterday this 350 line kind of went under a little bit, but it still didn't have a clear cut break of 350. Like I said, if you're going to short this thing, wait for it to crack 350, wait for it to retest, and then reject. That gives you that confirmation that the backside's in. So keep an eye on that 350 level this morning on NAT. See if it bounces, and we could possibly get another red to green on it. So keep that on watch. We'll also map up the $4 line on NAT. That was yesterday's highs. And other than that, I'd say you can watch some of the shippers too. NM was another nice mover yesterday. NNA has still been grinding up. This one, this one also been a beast. And we'll see if we get some low float shipper action. As you guys know, I'm still swinging some lower float shippers. So we'll see if volume and momentum move over there. Oh, one more play. We are crunched on time here. Are a little bit crunched on time here. Not ONCS. Dang, what was yesterday's play? OCGN, was it? Yeah, OCGN. So yeah, this one also went on a nice power hour rip. Yesterday had a little creeped up a little bit in after hours, but now has a small gap down. So keep this one on watch for like a $2 break. If you guys do like it a lot, you could look for weak open. Look to get long. I'd say this 150 line. You want to see this line hold on up. If it does have a weak open, and you could go from there on OCGN. Or if you guys like it on the short side of things, look for a pop on weak volume. Make sure the volume looks weak. Make sure the tape looks weak, and you guys can look for a short into a pop on OCGN. For me, I don't like shorting things that have strong closes. To me, this is on the stronger side of things on the close. And what is the institutional ownership on this one? So it doesn't have any institutional ownership, but I don't love longing, on a strong close. So, I won't be looking, shorting. So I won't be looking for a short on this one. But we're about to open 1 minute here. So right at the bell, we're watching ONCS. Yeah, that guy. He can code, guys. Yeah, he's sick. His Twitter handle, and if you guys are interested, just say Nick sent you. You'll get a discount. It's called Scripts to Trade at Scripts to Trade on Twitter. And he does other stuff, guys. If you have a your own custom build script you want to make, just ask him and. I'm sure he could do it. That's the Twitter handle. Just say Nick sent you if you guys are interested. But alright, market is open right now. Let me throw the scanners. Alright, let's see ONCS here. Let's see how. Throw one more level 2 up for you guys. keep NAT on the bottom. You know, watch it around this 350 line. So right at support here is the $2 line we mapped up. We could see, you know, a little bit of over-under here on ONCS. You know, I'm not saying it's done just because it cracked this $2 line. But if we really start the, you know, base underneath $2 for a long period of time, could spell trouble for the play on ONCS. And remember what we saw, guys. You know, statistics on this play on ONCS. You know, we did have on the script there that I pulled up. You know, it does have the last 3 times it gapped over 100%. Over 20%. You know, it did close below the open. So it does have a history of giving back its gains, you know, on gap ups. MITO. So ONCS, you know, holding this $2 line a bit. So a little trouble there at 210. We'll see if $2 can continue to hold. NAT, you know, right at support here, right around this 350 mark. We saw yesterday the week open. You know, I think it hit a low of like 351 and bounced. So we'll see today if it could do the same thing on NAT. If you guys are interested, this could be an area where you want to look at if you are interested on NAT. You know, let's see if the bids can reclaim too. Only 4 minutes into the open right here. MITO here. Moving on, you know, thin air right there. You know, low volume. Over 8 now in MITO. So MITO starting to get some volume towards it. I think we are halted here, I believe. Yeah, so MIT here, you know, halted on pretty much no volume, but other, you know, besides that, you know, nice move on MIT, you know, straight up from $7 all the way to 865. So that thing took off pretty quickly there on MITO. Nice. It's good to see, you know, intraday halt, you know, get some volume back. it's been a while since I seen anything get halted that I can remember. But I would say just still be cautious after the unhalt here. I wouldn't be too quick jump in on this. This could easily be a chat pump, chat volume. Could just be a few people. Look. This is only halted on like a 40K bar there. So I mean, it doesn't take much, to it didn't take much there to get halted on MITO. Let's see ONCS. ONCS, nice little pop there. You can see $2, $2 line. Didn't have a clear cut crack. When it cracked below 2, it quickly jumped back over. And getting this volume pop here. We'll see if this 210 line could hold. See if 210 can now hold, as support. So far for me, I didn't take any trades so far today. Like I said, just in my my shipping swings right now. Still being cautious in this market. Not being as aggressive as I usually do. Well, I wouldn't say I'm an aggressive trader, but I'm saying I'm not being as aggressive as I normally end. So let's see. Let's see if 210 on the bids could hold on ONCS. Did like that volume push there. Let's see if it can start to hold this 210 area. Thoughts on EC? Yeah, EC is one I'm holding at the moment, so I like it. Do like EC. Historically, just quickly, EC. Historically, you see shippers run, November, October. So you could see last year EC right around this October time, October 22nd. Went on this massive rip. Went from $1.70 to highs of 387. And this is one I did hold last year. I did swing this trade. I was in this trade on this day it ran, and I absolutely banked on it. So this is last year EC. Now let's look at 2017. See 2017 went on a little bit of a rip here. Went from this 175 area to 273. So it did go on a dollar rip that year, 2017. Now looking at 2016. So 2016, you can see this trend, guys. Same time every year. This November time. Went from $1 to highs of $8 there. So you can see the last 3 years, EC during this time has went on a rip. So that's what I'm looking for this year. You can see we're slowly starting to move on up now. Looking for this breakout this year on EC, and that applies to the other shippers as well. All right, let's see. What was I looking at? Yeah, MITO. That one is halted. So we'll see what this does on resumption. Sorry about the night bot. Apologize about that. Casper, you're thinking it's going to resume lower? And it looks like you are correct, Casper. I would have said the same thing. My guess that this was a chat pump here. Chat volume hit it. There was no guarantee that it was, but that was just my assumption. Chat pump hit it over 750. and it they ran it up, and now it looks like it is gonna dump here. Anyone let's see if it's gonna get over this $8 mark or not. Just about to say, anyone looking for a short there at $8? It didn't have any borrows there on the play, but you saw that right around $8. Even if I did, it would be a riskier short. This thing has big spreads. Light volume could spike it easily. So even if I was looking to short this thing, be on very small size. But clearly this looks like a chat pump. So let's see MITO back over 8. Casper short on ONCS. All right, good luck to you. I want to see if MITO here gonna have a push and rejection here. It does look like borrows did open up here, but still being very cautious in here on this play. Let's see, ONCS still holding that $2 line. I'd probably say below 190, that backside line. Let's see, TOPS. How are the shippers looking? Let's see. NAT yet to crack that 350 line. NAT yet to crack that 350 line. Did take some MIT short there. Did take some MIT short. Very small size, and I know this thing's thin as could be and could easily spike. So kind of at my smallest size I could take on it. So right now I have a 785 average on it. Looking for this thing to continue to wash. Yep, MITO. You see there's no volume here. Doing extremely poor volume here on this play on MITO. I'm sure there's some longs bagged up here who got caught in the pump, and gonna look the bank on them selling into this panic wash here. There we go, 740s. ONCS slowly curling. You definitely be careful if you guys are in on this ONCS play here on the short side. If this thing starts to base here over 210 and volume starts to come in, it could definitely curl here. For sure, you definitely want to see some sort of stuff move into this this pop here, this 210 move. SGBX. So rejection right there of that 210, that VWAP area on ONCS. So we'll see back to this $2 line. We get to have like a clear cut, breakdown of that $2 line. We did partially do it here, but we quickly reclaimed. You're gonna want to see the $2 line. Have a hard breakdown here if you guys are short. Obviously, if you're long, you want to see it base above that $2 line. You could still see overall a lot of light volume in this market still. SGBX, light volume. ONCS, still lighter in the volume. So nothing I'm liking for a long, this morning. That's why I'm looking for some plays on the short side. You're looking for more of my short setups, right now in this market. Like I said, I think what's gonna heat up this market, guys, is we're gonna need a low float, under 3 million. That's gonna with news and good volume, and I think we need to see it squeeze on up. You'll run 200-300%. That's what's gonna bring our market back. I don't think it's gonna be ONCS. Not a believer this is gonna be the one that changes things around. We're gonna need something, like an RKDA. You're gonna need something in the lower float range. On something like this. We're gonna need to see something like this on RKDA. Run from $3 to $8-10. That's gonna heat up the market again. NM here. And look at NATE, guys. Once again, doing the same thing as it did yesterday. Came down to that 350 line, bounced off it, and now it's back in the 370s. So once again, NAT doing its thing. Be careful. Don't fight the trend. These are strong. These are strong sipping stocks. They're very tricky. Yeah, Casper. If this was doing 400 or 500K bars, then yeah, then maybe MITO would be the one. But you could see it's only doing less than 40K bars on these pushes, and you can see how thin it is. That's why I'm in super small on it. In super small on it. Fran, FRAN. Y10's another one. This one used to go on used to be a big time runner on Y10. Yeah, Holtz used to be nice. Holtz used to be nice. I mean, it was on ONCS on the resumption here, but we used to see get halted, resume, and then it would continue to go back on up. And we're just not seeing that in this market. Like I said, we're not seeing that follow through. We're not seeing that follow through in this market. So you got to be extra careful on the long side. Look for more shorts if you guys do have the the ability to take shorts. And if you are longing, I would say take less trades or look for quick scalps. So a quick scalp could be, I don't know, like something like ONCS. Come down to the $2 line. Sell it to the pops. Yeah, I know what you mean. Volatility halts. That's what I was referring to. OCGN. This was yesterday's play. OCGN, putting in a higher low here, coming up to 180. We're gonna have some $2 resistance. See if this one could carry over on OCGN. Eli, I'm still sitting in it. Waiting for this thing to crack 750. We're right there right now. So if you crack 750, I'll look to take into a wash. So right here, we'll see if we get a breakdown here of the 750 support line. ONCS here coming back down at $2. MITO guys did have to stop out there on MITO. Did have to stop out there on that play. Came close, guys. Right there at that 750 line. But I was in super small. Like I said, I only had like 500 shares, so it was a really small trade. I knew it was risky getting into it. Super thin, so very small loss there. So I did take a very tiny loss there on MITO. I think it was like $200, guys. That's very minuscule for me. Came really close, came right down at 750 line again and just bounced. So hopefully, MITO could get some momentum towards it and this thing could rip on up. But, with this volume it's doing right here, I need to see, better volume than that, if I'm going to long it. Most of the time this is fader volume, but this thing is so thin that, it's so easy to manipulate. So, not really surprising that, this happened here on MITO. Just so thin that, you could have a few people just buy it up and it just could just rip on you like this. And look at that, right back at 780. Just crazy spreads, crazy on this one. But you can see, guys, my risk management. Yesterday in Power Hour, made a $1,200 yesterday in Power Hour on NAT. So I made $1,200 yesterday, only losing 200 today. So you guys could see my risk management. My wins are a lot bigger than my losses. I'm controlling my losses. I'm not taking 4,000 shares on MITO. I'm taking small losses. On setups that I'm not as confident in. I'm going much smaller on them. So with that risk management, I'm gonna continue to be able to compound and grow my account consistently because I'm taking very minuscule losses. I'm respecting my stop loss. On setups I'm not as confident in. I'm going much smaller, or I'm avoiding. In this case, I did go much smaller. 500 shares to me is what I was trading when I first started. So, I wasn't looking for much here. I was looking for a breakdown of 750 back down to 7 for a quick $400 or $500 play. Only risking $200. So, the risk reward was there on the trade, and it just spiked on up on here. You're saying why did Well, Casper, my stop hits. So, no matter what volume it's doing, even if it's doing weak volume, I still got to stop out. I got to respect that stop. It doesn't matter what type of volume it's doing. I have to stop out no matter what. Why did it bounce? Because look at it, guys. 750 bounce. 750 bounced twice. So, shorts got scared on it. They started covering, and it ripped on up. To me, this is what I call, a really small paper cut. I'm taking a really small paper cut here on MITO. Now you could bounce back from a paper cut, but not a gunshot wound. So let's see ONCS. ONCS still holding above $2, and this is what we've been seeing. Yeah, I talked about this yesterday. You know, we've been seeing these top gainers. Just going sideways all day. Going sideways all day. So it's kind of been annoying. And we're seeing them either close going sideways, or we're kind of seeing them trap, end of day and squeeze. We saw it yesterday on OCGN. It broke down two, and then, it miraculously came back and trapped shorts and squeezed in power hour. So, oh, yeah. Yeah, Casper. I misinterpreted what you said. Yeah. I totally agree. The volume was just absolutely atrocious. So, you know, I was not scared at all on the play. Even, I wasn't worried at all on the play, until I saw it kind of bouncing 750. I'm like, this time I was expecting this one to pull here. And when I saw it didn't, I was like, may see some shorts cover up now. May see some shorts cover up. Yeah, everything's been, it's just been, absolutely crappy market. And, all I can say, guys, is just, be cautious, be careful, be on, smaller share size, and, maybe, trade a little bit less. Just like me today, be on smaller size. And there goes ONCS. ONCS coming up to 220. But once again, this volume push is kind of weak. This volume push on ONCS. And look at the tape, just, once again, a little bit heavy. I'm seeing NM pop a lot. Seeing some shippers. Come on, shippers. I want to see the low float shippers go, though, We're seeing these higher float shippers like NM, NAT. But, not seeing so much love on the low float shippers. You saw tops a little bit yesterday. Those tops still holding up a little bit here. Saw this move a little bit yesterday. But, I want to see some of these low float shippers run, like TOPS, GLBS, CTRM. So we'll see. DRYS. DRS, I think, got bought out. Sad, good old friend on DRYS. It's when I first started trading. Never forget this run on DRYS. This is when I first started getting into trading, right around here. And this is still by far the craziest move I've ever seen on DRYS. Ran to, $100 on DRYS. It was absolute madness. Stock block, I feel you, man. I feel you. Just just gotta have patience and push through it, guys. Yeah, R.I.P. Dry Sips. He was a real one. He was a real one. Some good memories. Let's see. It's like, how can you even trade something like this on ONCS? There's just no range on it too. It's the range on it's so poor. It's just trading between $2 and 2.15. 15-cent range. It's just so poor. Just no clear cut move. We've been seeing this every day now in these top gappers. They just go freaking sideways. No clear cut move to the upside or downside. Just very tough to trade. Very tough to trade. Let's see. NM. You're talking about driving like a high school girlfriend. Yeah, it's some good memories on DRYS. It's sad to see him go. It's sad to see DRYS go. Some good memories. He's like my earliest memories trading. It's one of my favorite tickers on DRYS. Me and Alex always joke around with DRYS. Alex said he wants to get a license plate with DRYS on it. But I think it was taken in New York, so he was kind of bummed out about that. All right, so it's 10:08 right now. Let's see what else we got going on. NAT, how's NAT looking? NAT has been like the really only solid play the past week or so. Only play with some good volume towards it. ONCS, let's see, coming up to 220. We'll see if this thing can get a breakout on ONCS. There's ONCS, over 220. All right. How can you tell it's good volume? You just got to study the volume. You study the volume on past runners. And you can make your judgment there. And just look at the price action, look at the tape. But you saw what it did here, so it based out at $2, pushed on up, came down, held this 210 area, and it got this this nice breakout over this 220 area on ONCS. So we'll see if it can continue to build some higher lows and you start to find some support in these higher up areas on ONCS. If this was like a 1 or 2 million in float stock, I'd have preferred it much better. Just hard to trust, these plays in this market on the long side. So I'm kind of waiting for that low float, guys. I really am. For a long, waiting for that low float, waiting for that 1, 2, 3 million in float stock with a good headline, with some good news, with some good volume. That's when I'm going to attack hard on the long side. That play will have potential to spark up this market. I'm not saying it's impossible that ONCS is going to do that. Anything's possible in the stock market, but just kind of waiting for that right setup. Kind of waiting for kind of that perfect setup. Waiting for it to fall into my lap, and then I'll attack from there. But until that setup comes, that I say, hey, this is the one. I think this is the one. Has the right volume, has the right float, like the news on it, like the price action, and I'll look for long. But until then, it's gonna be more shorts. Gonna be more shorts. I'm looking for a lot more on the short side. Dang, Casper, sorry to hear about that, man. Sorry to hear about that. Ricky, yeah, Ricky, I'm in Discord, most of the time throughout the day. Yeah, bike something like I don't know, like CHFS. I don't know, just throwing any stock out there. Something like CHFS, like 2 million of float stock, 1 million of float stock, with FDA news, with big time volume, good price action, SSR on, something like that. See that setup, on the long side, the chart pattern sets on up. Boom, I'll go look for a long, and I'll look to load up some decent size on it. But until that time comes, I'm just gonna be, looking for more on the short side, looking for more shorts, and just being patient. And I'm gonna be on smaller size, guys. I'm gonna be on smaller size. Why am I gonna go big? Why am I gonna, go huge on, a market that I'm not in love with? I'm not in love with this market we're in right now. So why am I gonna go big? Why am I gonna take, 6, 7,000 shares? In this market, I'm gonna be taking 2,000 shares. I'm gonna be going small. Look at my trade today, guys. I went 500 shares. To be honest, guys, I can't even tell you the last time I took 500 shares on an intraday trade. To me, that size that I took when I went and traded back 3 years ago. So I'm being very cautious, and I knew MITO was a tricky one. I knew it was a thin stock. So I went small on it. Gasper, I know what you're saying there, But I'll say this to anyone: definitely try to take the sim very serious. Take it as serious as possible. Treat it like it's your real account. That's how you'll get a better effect. Paper trading. I remember when I started paper trading, I didn't take it serious at all. I was taking like 20, 30,000 shares. Thought I was a baller. Making like 50 grand a trade, and Alex like kind of like gave me pep talks like, Nick, you can't be treating this like it's a game. You gotta treat the simulator as serious as possible. And that day changed me. I started taking the sim a lot more serious, treated it like my real account, and from there it made a lot of progress. But I definitely know what you're saying though. Swan's in. Take care, man. Have a good one. Bike, how does one know how the market looks? No, you don't. That's maybe something you would use for like the overall market, but our small cap market doesn't go off how the Dow Jones is doing or how the SPY is looking. Small cap market, it's its own little beast. It's separate. So to answer that question, it's kind of just off experience. If you've been trading for like I'd say at least 6 months, 5 months, you should be able to tell and judge how the market conditions are, and I'll help you with that, bike. If you're new, you've been trading for only a few months now, I'll be able to tell you and how the market's doing. When the market's high, you'll be seeing big percentage gainers. We'll be seeing stocks up 100, 200, 300%. We'll be seeing the scanner go off, seeing kind of the scanner, it doesn't have hits, for 5, 10 minutes. And, you'll just seeing more action. You're seeing more volume. Look on the top gainers, we're only doing, 5 million shares, we see stocks, in the past do 5 million shares in the first 5 minutes, we're used to seeing stocks, end the day with like 50, 60 million shares trading. Now we're only seeing stocks, end the day, the top gainers are only ending the day like 7, 8 million shares, we need to see these top gainers end the day, 30, 40 million shares. We need to see big time volume. We need to see, a lot more action, within these top gainers. Oh, sorry, I misunderstood you a few times today, Caster. My bad, man. Took two trades at the sim at once. Failed pre-market checklist and locked myself out today. Gotcha. Uh, do you trade the first few hours, or you trade until market closes? Yeah, I'll trade the first hour, hour and a half, and that's all you need. You really don't need to trade anything more than that. That's where the most volume is. That's where the most action is. And sometimes I'll come back around 2 p.m. and I'll maybe take a trade. Like yesterday, for example, I did trade a trade uh, in power hour around that 2 p.m. time on NAT. I traded this yesterday. I made a little over $1,000. I like this intraday chart pattern. It was forming here. Got it in right around this 370 area, and I wrote it up to $4 on NAT. So that was a trade I took around 2 p.m. The risk reward was there. I was in 370. Risking this 360 bottom. So I was risking 10 cents to make 30 cents. So you can see the risk reward was there in yesterday's trade. 10-cent risk to make 30 cents, and I nailed it. Nailed that one yesterday on NAT. So for the answer to the question, very rarely I'll trade later in the day, but occasionally I will. DPTH going from 3 to $65. Dreambox, nice job, man. 780 average, sold at 835. Great trade, man. Sold half. Great job. Yeah, nice one on MIT. This one surprised me a little. This volume. I would say most of the time, 8 out of 10 times, this is fader volume. But MIT, proving me wrong, and they're continuing to rise on up. It's actually funny. I was talking to another trader yesterday about BPTH. Some good times. Some good times back on BPTH. I remember the float on it. The float on BPTH, I believe it was, was it 400 or 600K? It was extremely low. It was a sub 1 million in float stock. And, the volume was crazy on it for a sub 1 million. Volume was absolutely insane. I actually want to look at the overall. What was the overall volume it did on that day? Let me see. So you guys could see. Look at the volume on it, guys. 70 million in volume. 70 million on that one day. That's what we need, guys. We need volume like this, guys. On a sub 1 million in float stock with 70 million in volume, you bet your ass it's gonna be a ripper, guys. You bet your ass it's gonna be a ripper. That's the volume we're looking for. That's the volume we need. Ricky, So I was off. Was it 800K, Ricky? I was thinking 300K or 600K, but I know it was under 1 million, but I think it was 300K. I could be wrong. So Bike saying it was also 300K? Yeah, Ricky, the good old drop and offering, run it trick. We saw that with MBOT too. MBOT did the same thing. They dropped an offering, trapped every short. They're thinking the play's over, it's done. Drop the offering and then boom, they run it. That same trick with MBOT. I think MBOT. I think BBTH stole it from MBOT's books. I believe MBOT came first. Let me see. Yeah, I remember MBOT was another good one. It just gets me fired up, guys. Gets me hyped. Just thinking about the good times. When we had actually runners. Just can't wait. Just can't wait. I'm fired up. I think all traders are feeling the same way. We're all ready. We're all waiting for that one ripper, and I think it's gonna be fun once it comes around. Yeah, small little offering. Yeah, NATE was a good one too. Yeah. Ah. Yeah, good times. But let's see what time we got working with. It's 10:25 right now. There's really nothing of interest right now for me. So I'm thinking we give it another 10 minutes or so. I just want to throw it out there one more time. If you guys are interested in custom scripts, you guys want a custom coder for your Thinkorswim scanners, your Thinkorswim charts, just feel free to DM me. You could get something like this. You get a full statistics, guys. You get all the gap stats on any ticker, you want. You could look up and you'll see the statistics on it. For example, BBTH. Once again here, the average spike BBTH 86% each time it gaps up about 5%. So you're gonna get something like this, and he has much more too. He has much more. That's just one I'm showing you right there. I'll be working with him, and I'll see what else he's got, and I'll show you guys too. And I'm not making a single dollar from this, guys. I'm not making a single dollar from him. I just think this is really cool, and I just want to help you guys and give you some sort of edge, because stuff like this you can't find on your own on a regular broker. You're not going to get gap stats using E-Trade. Like, they don't have that study. This guy's making custom scanners, custom scripts for you guys for Thinkorswim. So if you guys are interested, just DM me, and you get a discount. Joel, you could, if you're not in, you could either DM me in Discord, or I'll send you his Twitter handle. If you guys don't have Twitter, you could just let me know. There's another way to contact him. If you guys don't have Twitter, it's gonna be at Scripts to Trades, and when you message him to say, "Hey, Nick sent me," and then you'll get your discount. So there you go. There's the Twitter handle. If you guys use Twitter, if you don't, just let me know. So right now it's 10:28. I'll probably wrap it up in the next few minutes. So if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to ask. I'll be happy to answer. A quick look at the shippers, see how they're looking. CTRM 330. Let's see the chart. Slowly moving on up here on CTRM. Guy who has this at 800K. Holding that one. Let's see EC. EC kind of just hanging around here. Let's see TOPS. Alright, cool. Alright, so a few more minutes. I'm going to wrap it up. So a few more minutes. Let's see. Do you use hidden orders on the level 2, Nick? No, I don't use hidden orders on the level 2. At what balance did you start your current account? Well, my current account's still the original one that I built up. I just diversified it, with with other accounts now, so I have multiple accounts. But my original account, I started at had two accounts. So I started one at 500, grew that one to like 2,000, 3,000, and then I blew it up. I was trading like pink sheets, and then I saved up my money, worked a little bit, and then I opened a new account with a $4,000 balance. So, answer the question, 4,000 was my original balance. Let's see, Nick, what triggers your entry? What triggers my entry is, seeing a setup that confirms my playbook. So, I look for something that confirms within my playbook, and once I see that, I look to take the trade. and I'll do my analysis like I do every morning with you guys. I do my analysis every morning with you guys. I told you ONCS. This one I didn't have any strong bias towards it. We've been seeing the top gainers, top gappers go sideways, so I wasn't expecting much, within the range. And then looking at the price action and volume, it's kind of poor, so I wasn't too interested in it. CTRM a little bit. CTRM 340s. So yeah, to answer your question, I look for something within my playbook. I'll do analysis on it, and if everything confirms and lines up, wait for the chart pattern to set up, and then I'll look for my entry. All right, guys. So like another minute or two, and we'll call it a morning. CTRM here, a little bit of action, 344. Do have some decent size on that one too. I have about 6,000 shares on it, so decent size. Would be a nice winner if this thing could get some momentum toward to get some action. Appreciate the support. GHSI. But alright, I'm not seeing any more questions. So with that being said, it's going to conclude today's stream. I appreciate you guys, once again for tuning into the stream. Especially during the slow times, it means a lot. Things are gonna get a lot more fun around here, a lot more heated up. Once we get this market rolling, we'll do more giveaways, and we'll have a good time. We are having a good time now, but always things are more fun when the market's hot. So that being said, I'm gonna wrap it up, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, so last day of this week. So that's gonna be it for me, guys. Peace.